What do you call your grandma?
Babci.
What does that mean?
Grandma.
It means grandma in Polish.
Yeah, grandma is like babciana, and babci is like the little kid version.
So you know Polish? Just a little bit?
A little bit. A little bit. I can say vulgarities really well. Postawię moje dupę skorwaszyn korwamak. That means kiss my ass, you son of a bitch, and then go fuck yourself.
What was Poland's role in World War II? Do you know? What happened to Poland?
They were neutral.
I thought Germany just took over all of Europe.
It was the first country that Germany invaded.
Poland's invasion was what kind of led the other European nations to unite against Germany.
Its role was to be the target of both Nazi armies and Stalin's Red Legions. I guess Poland's role in World War II is to be, in some ways, one of the more tragic victims, the nation which was one of the more tragic victims of the war.
Yeah, my grandma killed a Nazi in World War II and took his ring, and it has a swastika on it, and she shows anybody that she thinks is my boyfriend and tells them that she can kill them with a machete if she wanted to. And it intimidates them sometimes. And sometimes they don't care because she's old. She says that when the Germans were crossing there was some train track thing, and you had to like switch the tracks, and like one of them was over like a bridge, and one of them was like following the coastline, I guess, of like some lake or ravine or something. And she switched it when the train was halfway over, so it was going over the bridge, and then she switched it so like it fell off the ravine, and she said it killed a lot of Germans, and she was happy about that.
Did you believe her when she said it?
Not at all.
Do you believe her now?
No. I mean, I don't know. She makes things up, I think. But then again, like, I didn't believe the Nazi ring, and then she showed it to me, and I was like, oh, mess!
What year was Poland invaded?
I only know 1 year, which was 1492, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. All the other dates, I don't remember.
No clue.
37 or something like that.
40. Let's see. Pearl Harbor. 44, 42.
In the 40s?
How did your grandma and grandpa meet?
How my grandma met my grandpa breaking him out of like a World War II like internment camp or something, and he stepped on a landmine when they were leaving, and he like blew off the bottom of his leg, and she had to like pull him to safety, and then they fell in love. And then he had a wooden leg and he caught it on fire once. It was really funny.
And he
he stepped on a snake's tail so the snake would bite his wooden leg and its teeth got stuck, and then he like walked around with it for quite some time, calling it a mean son of a bitch. Telling it got what it deserved.
Poland was divided into how many sections after it was invaded? Just a few. Just how many do you think?
4.
Yes.
There we go. I knew that one.
3 or 4 probably.
I'll say 4.
Yep.
So I go over to my grandma's. Well, no, my grandma calls me one day and asks me to come over there and do a favor. And she's like, "Hey, Julians, you come over here and you do me favors." And at that point, you can't say no. You're pretty much screwed. So you pretty much have to do whatever she wants. So I'm like, sure, I'll be there in a minute, all excited and stuff. So I go over there and she's like, you go to the garage and you move the lawnmower, and there will be 3 little boards. You pick up the boards and there is ladders. You go down the ladders and you will see small tunnel to your left. Do not worry, it is only tunnel, you will find. And then when you go down the tunnel, you bring me whatever is in the room at the end of the tunnel. And at this point I'm thinking one of 2 things have occurred. One, my grandma has gone senile because she's old and we've been waiting for this to happen because it just seems like it will. So either she's 1, gone senile, or 2, there really is a secret room and I don't want to know what's down there. But I really think she's gone senile because all my life have looked for secret passageways and have never been able to find any. And I'm going to be really disappointed if I go out there and there's a secret passageway that I've missed my whole life. So I go to the garage and I move the lawnmower and there are 3 boards, and I pick up the 3 boards, and there's a ladder. And I go down the ladder, and there's a tunnel. And in the tunnel, there's a room. And there's like a bathtub in the room, and like a piece of plywood over the bathtub. And there's all these like old glass milk bottles in like bags and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. And I move the plywood, and I think the smell made me drunk. It was clearly moonshine. Clearly moonshine. So I bring her a milk carton full of moonshine, and I go back to her and I'm like, here you go. It's weird. And she's like, I has forgotten that your grandpa made this 30 years ago. It has been in garage for 30 years. If you want some, I can give it to you, and we not tell your mama. You can take it with you. And I'm like, no, thanks. I'd prefer to keep my life today. So I left her with the moonshine, let her have a good time, and I left.
Do you think being Polish and having a grandmother like that has shaped who you are today?
I think it would be an understatement to say yes.